How's it going today? It's Manny with HTX TV coming at you. Today we're doing our daily vlog. The title of today's is what you probably already saw, is thinking of starting your own business. So obviously if you found this video, you're pretty much searching for, maybe you've been in the industry for so long and maybe you're looking to make that little jump into business ownership. I did it over 7 years ago and never looked back and don't regret any of it. So yeah, let's go and get into our first initial questions. Some of the main questions that I get, enjoying my nice little cup of coffee. There we go. Yeah, one of the first questions is, what if it fails? That's one of the big thing is, a lot of people say, whether it's traditional business or any kind of marketing, digital business, yeah, so what if it fails? What if no sales come in? What if, there's a lot of what ifs. What if you get into an accident today? It's more of positive over negative thinking. If you think positively, like I was saying, what if it fails? One of the big things that I've done, I did it like, I consider it like a transition. So you're basically got to reprioritize your schedule. Maybe you're worked in a company or an industry where maybe you had clients, and maybe you think you can make those clients still your clients and just have your own company, and you're willing to invest the money and time that takes into starting that business. What you could do is, you could actually, I would say, start off doing it on the side. Do it part-time. Take on a couple small clients here and there. And I would start it off that way. Or talk to those clients and just make sure that you can get some revenue. And start off with low overhead. Maybe just run it out of your condo, apartment, or your home for a while. Depending on the type of business it is. Most businesses don't necessarily need a brick and mortar front, but and maybe you could sell stuff online. That's another way too. If you're selling stuff online, you don't necessarily need a brick and mortar shop. So just a couple simple things to talk about. One of the first things that you need to do is get a DBA or an LLC. You can also do it incorporated. You could be a sole proprietor, just you yourself. You could have a partner. It's pretty simple. A lot of people, I think they overthink that part. It's all you got to do is go to the courthouse and you can do it yourself. I know in some states or some counties, you might have to go to the capital of the state. I know even some do it online. I used LegalZoom when I first started, which I won't do that again. It was my first time, so I figured I'd have someone do it for me. But I literally could have went down to the courthouse and just got a DBA, because that's basically what I use. I just work with DBAs, doing business as. That way you can set up your checking accounts, to get paid as doing business, and also for taxes. And which leads me to the next question is, what about taxes? So I recommend even for small businesses, keep all your receipts, keep your mileage. One of the best softwares out there is TurboTax. It's government approved. If for any reason, if you're out of line on the tax part, they put up a red flag. If you put in your taxes at the end of the year and everything turns out great, it's government approved, so you they rarely don't get audited, and it's since it being government approved, you don't get very many audits. So um, if you have any further questions, feel free to go down in the comments, ask me any questions. I've been doing this for over 7 years. Pretty much, those are kind of the big hangups that I would see most people looking at into jumping from maybe being an employee to a small business owner, possibly in the future, even being a bigger business owner. Like having a big corporation with lots of people. I guess in the future, if you're doing lots more business, you can end up going that route. So let me see. Okay. The next part of starting your business would be, most likely you would have to hire salespeople. You don't necessarily need to be the salesperson, but all you got to do is be able to find decent salespeople, sales representatives, and pretty much salespeople. They're what make the world go around. Um, they they bring revenue to the business, so you don't necessarily have to be that salesperson. But as long as you can find decent salespeople, that could also help your business stay afloat and start off on the right track. So, all right, let me see what else I got here. All right, clients. Clients. Clients is huge. I believe the reason why a lot of people want to start their own business is maybe they have already serviced a few clients already, but they never actually went out and got their DBA or got their LLC or got incorporated. And maybe they just did it a little bit here and there and just never decided to go full blown and said, hey, I'm going to not be an employee and work for someone else and collect a paycheck every single day. I'm going to go out. I'm going to earn my own paycheck. I'm gonna go out and give myself a raise every single day. But yeah, if you're dealing with clients and you believe you can get more clientele, that is definitely a good situation. And now with there's SEO, there's digital marketing, there's all these different avenues now to where it'll help promote your business. Okay, moving along here on the Q&A, one of the third highly questions that I always get is, what about the insurance? So insurance, it depends on what kind of business you're doing. Obviously, if you're like some type of contractor, it depends per state. I know some states require contractors to have their own workman's comp scenario or business insurance, and then some states it could be up to the business. It could also be up to the individual contractor. So you could actually hire people that could actually have their own personal contractors business insurance in case any accidents happen, or God forbid people get hurt or injured. It can happen. Um, another big thing is waivers have waivers, safety waivers that people sign that they're going to be safe on the job. If it's more of a blue collar job, if it's more of an office white collar type of scenario, then you can kind of just do more of HR rules and that kind of stuff. So, but all right, let's move along to what will help you start your own business. And the main part of having your own business is definitely helping promote your business, which could be anywhere from branding, business cards, digital business cards, websites, SEO, digital marketing. I kind of talked about a little bit about it earlier, but you may have to start looking at hiring some of these people to help in that area. I know in my business we actually do door-to-door sales. That's kind of the cheapest form of direct sales. Just go actually, well, because we deal with people's roofs and remodeling and their cars, so that's pretty much everything that's at their house usually. So in that scenario, we have sales reps that go out and knock on doors, not necessarily all the time, but they do also have that option. If we see any type of storm damage or wind damage to people's roofs, that's a big avenue where our sales reps can go out there and actually do direct sales face to face. And I would say one big thing, if you're looking at starting your own business, if you've already may have serviced a few clients in the past, maybe you weren't the owner of the company, but maybe you were a customer service representative or a salesperson in the company, you could always have what I call it, like a customer client reference. Customer client references are huge. They're basically saying, I know you could have reviews on Google and that kind of stuff, but it's kind of challenging when you've never actually started the company. If you're a brand new company, you're not really going to have any reviews. So the best thing to go by would be actually your customer past client reference scenarios and relationships. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Past clientele relationships, scenarios, references. A client you could easily call up and say, hey, I dealt with Jim Bob at the company for years. He's starting his own company. I totally trust him. He's helped me with, supply and demand and whatever we bought from him for years. He's always been a really great customer service and helpful person within the company he used to work with. And now he's starting his own company, and I definitely am looking to support him. So those are really, really huge. And in the future, you could, eventually, get a good review build up on Google. But I'm here to tell you that best case scenario, as long as the internet's out there, there's always going to be your haters. There's always some people that are going to, for whatever reason, they were not satisfied. You could have did everything in the book. You could have went the extra mile, but there's always going to be a few here and there, people that for some reason they weren't satisfied, and it could have been who knows what. But that's why if you go on Google and look at reviews, you rarely see 5 stars. And in some scenarios, maybe in a perfect world, you do get 5 stars here and there, but you'll see a lot of 4.6, 3.8, and that kind of stuff. So, but all right, well, that pretty much covers it for today. I just wanted to share that with you guys because I do have experience in that, and I'm pretty sure that could definitely give some of you guys some value on looking to start your own company here in the near future. Any other questions you got for me, general stuff, feel free to go and put them down in the comments. But I am out for the day. There's supposed to be a hurricane coming here in town, and doesn't look like it's going to hit too bad. It's just kind of, they're saying it's going to go